All right, guys, welcome back to the GrunkBricks podcast. We got some nice intro music going on that Anthony isn't too big of a fan of. I don't know, I kind of vibe with it, you know?
It's a good beat, you know?
Yeah.
It's not bad, it's just unnecessary, I think.
Hey, man. Anyways, we're going to talk about our weekly pickups, if we had any, some brief Lego news. Some big stuff today. It's Thursday, and some really big news. I guess not really pertaining to us three, but in the general Lego community. And then also we're going to be ranking the 2024, all the Lego 2024 Star Wars sets, and I think we should do 2023 Lego Star Wars sets too. It's not too long. Those two aren't too long, respectively. So. Let's get right into the podcast. Let's do it, guys. Well, first off, did you guys get any? I don't know. I know I did, so I can talk about it. Anthony knows all about it.
I didn't get any Legos. Yeah, you got a whole bunch.
Yeah, you go first, Grunk.
I got a lot. I got a lot of videos. It's a problem. I don't even know what to say.
It's a problem. You got like a freaking just a treasure trove for free.
It's a problem when it comes.
You got every Lego hobbyist's dream.
Have I sent you any photos, Josh? I don't think so, but I'll send you some photos.
So. I remember you talking about it though.
It's just a problem in the sense that it's so much space. It's such an issue. It's like it's a disaster. I love Annie loves when I say that. It looks like a disaster in there. What are we up to? Like 415 minifigures so far?
We've created 418 just Star Wars minifigures. And it's all like 2010 to like 2018 era, most of it.
Yeah.
So it's a great era. I mean, it was a bunch of good stuff. And that's just the Star Wars. I mean, there's still like two like pits full of minifigure parts. There's like Lord of the Rings in there, parts of the Caribbean. I would honestly say it's probably like if you rebuilt all the sets, which is physically impossible. I mean, it would take you wouldn't be able to do it in your lifetime. I don't think. I guess you could, but you would have to quit your job.
It'd be years.
But it's probably like 20-25 grand worth of stuff. I mean, it's like ridiculous. I mean, it's absurd.
It's crazy. Yeah. And my dad he's like, hey, he talks about how his son likes Legos at work, and one of his coworkers like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get rid of all this stuff. And I think she knew that she could sell it for a lot more than she could sell it and probably make money, but she knew I'd be rebuilding the majority of it at least. And so I had Ben come with me. Anthony unfortunately couldn't be there because I think he'd be freaking out, but we took my dad's truck and it took like 30 minutes to get all this stuff out of the basement because these boxes are heavy, dude. I mean, there's I don't know, you'd say a couple 100 pounds of Legos, Manny, and there's some crazy stuff.
I think more than a couple hundred.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's been crazy. I'll show some videos. I'll send you some photos, Josh, and also I watched the new vlog.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, new vlogs. Also, I got. Literally today I was at work. We got $100. We got a 99 lot, 760 something pieces order through Bricklink. There's literally only one minifigure the guy bought, and I was like, oh my god! So all of it other just bricks. So that's gonna take me.
That'll be fun to pick.
Yeah, take you ages.
Well, I'm so stupid. And Josh, you're good because you're at the level where it's not that bad. But when you got like 40,000 pieces. And I'm sitting here, I go, oh, like a Ninjago 7195 bag. There's this massive bag. I'm just sitting here digging through like for these like tiny microscopic pieces. The drawers are night and day, just saving time. So.
Oh man, yeah.
You can do that.
You have to switch.
Yeah, you can get away with that right now, Josh. But I'm saying right now, it's such a headache. I have a bad headache. I'm just. Bad. And then I gave the video. We're gonna have a whole haul video of, and basically it's just Anthony going through these tubs, Josh, and saying, "Hey, what's this fig?" And then, or not, he's not saying, "Hey, this is the fig." And then Ben's like, "Ooh, Ben." We had Ben film us doing it. In the video, did I tell you how long it was, man? How much footage we got?
What was it, like 2 hours or so?
Yeah, over 2 hours, just raw footage.
I mean, there's so much. I mean, yeah, we just did minifigures. I mean, yeah, it's thing's ridiculous. What a find! What a gold mine!
Well, hopefully that comes up. Yeah, hopefully that comes up more, and we can start selling other stuff.
What's the best fig in the lot?
Anthony, do you know?
I mean, there's so many. I mean, they're probably the one that comes to my head right away. There's like it's called the Jedi Knight, but it's like from the one Old Republic cruiser. It's like a $125 figure. That's like the first one. But I mean, there's like 30, 40, like $70 to $80 figures in there. I mean, there's also the Rancors in there.
Oh yeah,
$200. I mean, this like anything good you can think of from that era is like in there. And there's a crap ton of Lord of the Rings and Pirates of the Caribbean. It's a gold mine. The
husband or the dad was a neurosurgeon, so that kind of explains the high value of set of the number of
just the volume of sets.
Yeah. And he got fined like he had like 5 for the same exact battle pack.
There's like
it just makes no sense. I don't know
that one. I don't know what the hell it's called. The one with like the Horn Company trooper, like the 2 bomb squad and like an ARF trooper. I don't know what it's called. It just came with like a little bark speeder. It's like from the Clone Wars era. Like I don't know, maybe whatever those.
There's so many of them.
Like 8 of those.
Another one. He got find the same speeder over and over. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is a battle pack. Shit. All right, Josh, did you pick up anything?
Yeah, I got the Tentative 4 hallway scene.
Oh yes, you told me that
with 5s.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got that one.
Good haul, good set. I like that set.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done building it, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got. We talked about last episode. You got a crap ton of backlog, dude. I mean, you got the Razor Crest alone. Yeah,
a lot to build.
I gotta get that one to build. Yeah,
Anthony recently got we talked about last episode. I just recently got the Arc 170, so sitting over there.
Oh yeah, that's still doing good.
That's a good set. All right, well, the big rumor is I'm not even gonna share my screen because honestly, I don't really care enough to share my screen. But Lego announced this morning that One Piece, the anime show, they'll be now officially making sets. I don't know what you guys have any immediate thoughts on that or what, because I've never even heard of it. I actually asked Tate, shout out Tate, who will probably never watch this, but I said, what are your thoughts on One Piece coming to Lego? He said, interesting. They're gonna make a really sketchy guy in the show, probably out of Lego, and I guess he said the main character is super sketchy, and like that's what. So I was kind of surprised by that. But isn't an anime inherently in itself pretty violent? I mean, I guess I'm somewhat surprised by it. I don't know. Any immediate thoughts?
I've seen like 2 episodes. One of my college buddies watched it. I mean, there's like, I think it's like, I've always heard about it. There's like thousands of like episodes. So if like anyone tells you they've watched all of it, like they're just blatantly lying to you, because it's like the amount of watch time. It's like, at least as a young person who would typically be the demographic that's watching it, it's like like there's like almost like not enough like watch like minutes like in your lifetime. Like we're 22 years old. Like it's like been going on for like forever,
decades.
So I don't know much about it. I think it's like pirate themed, if I remember it.
Okay, interesting.
So it's like anime pirates, and there's a lot of like fish people. I could be dead wrong.
No, I'm looking right now.
I remember from it. He like showed me it. It was in the middle, and I don't even know. We were probably like, I don't know where we were in the show, the 2 episodes that I watched. So I mean, it just because like I said, there's like supposedly thousands of episodes. So I mean, you can't really just pick up anything.
Yeah, my brother's he's been watching One Piece for like 4 years now. I don't even think he's caught up yet.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's what I've heard about. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, but I think it's like pirate themed, and
I guess it's cool for what it is.
It'll be interesting, the art style, if it's like, if they bring back like that, like, obviously it'll probably be more updated than that, but like I guess maybe, I don't know if I'm forgetting other stuff, but like the Exo Force is kind of the last line that I can think of that has like the anime style like figures. Obviously, there's those Clone Wars, Star Wars figures that are animated, but they're not like anime.
I think that's so funny to me. I think those some other things is the Oscorp building is reportedly supposed to be revealed soon from Marvel. 4 heroes and 4 villains coming out in the summer. So seems like 808 pieces or something like that. So it seems like it's probably be like at least $100 set. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just thinking. I mean, it'll probably be more than $100. I'm just thinking about 8 minifigures in that set. But that sounds like a cool concept. I don't know. Again, I don't know. Marvel, we talked about. We like I personally, I think the three of us like Batman more than Marvel to a certain extent, especially Lego wise. So I don't know. It doesn't. That's one of those sets where I think it'll probably be a look at and be like, oh, that's cool, but I'll never buy it. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of the line that will toe, I guess it'll say. Any thoughts over YouTube? I mean, just kind of.
I think I'll be in the same boat. There's just a lot of cool sets that I just don't have the money to be dropping on every cool set that comes out. So yeah,
you guys both have Lego that takes, and same with me, or not Lego. Sorry, excuse me, Star Wars that takes priority over every other theme practically. I think there's a few like
put money in there.
Yeah, like I think Josh, you can get dragged to Batman. Anthony, you can get dragged to Castle, correct?
Well, yeah, and I mean that's what they got to do. They got to, honestly, it would suck, but they got to release like a sequels line so I can take a break from Star Wars for like a year and like venture out into other themes. Because there's too much FOMO if they keep releasing solid sets with like minifigures that I want, then.
Yeah,
if they do sequels,
Star Wars is continue to take all my money. So,
yeah, when's like the 10-year anniversary for The Force Awakens?
What's that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you guys
pump out a bunch of crappy sets from. Actually, honestly, the sequel sets weren't even like, they weren't like bad sets. I shouldn't say that.
It's just the movies are bad.
I just dislike the movies, so I don't really care about any of the. I won't care about the minifigures in there, and I probably won't care about the ships or anything. Not that they're bad sets. Lego, I think, did a fine job with them. But
the other news,
Bite set.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, pump that one out. UCS. Then I'll have no reason. I'll be like, that I can. It'll be good. It'll give me time to catch up. I have no interest in having that.
And the other thing that potentially came out is how Lego does 3 sets of collectible minifigure sets every year. So the first third of the year is always generic. The second one and third one are always different. So the second one, we have the F1 coming up. Those are just not. It's not even collectible minifigures, to be honest. It's literally just cars and a helmet. A lot of people don't like that. I'm gonna buy them all because I love that concept. That hits me right, and that hits me right there. I'm gonna be buying all those. But I'm probably in the extreme minority. Those will definitely be on clearance, I think. But the third, so like the D&D we just had, and that was the last third of the year. The rumor is going to be Spider-Verse CMFs. Again, another year of no Star Wars collectible minifigures. I don't know. I think Spider-Verse CMFs. They
weren't going to do it though. I don't know. Yeah. I think I've seen like different videos on YouTube. I don't remember why it was, but they're never going to do Star Wars ones for some reason.
Yeah.
That'd be like a rampage. So can you imagine that? Like if they released, I don't know, like let's just say it was like a January 1st release date. That would be like, it'd be like those like videos of the Pokemon cards at like Costco. People would be like killing each other.
We've been
the Lego store, like just like blasting through people. Like who knows? Maybe it's like you'd hear in the news like some shots were fired off. Someone was running out with like just 10 Star Wars collectible minifigures. They got like dropped outside the store or something.
Just for Lego CMFs.
Yeah, bugging people for
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I'll begrudgingly probably pick up those Star Wars CMFs, or not the Star Wars, excuse me, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse CMFs. There's probably some cool ones.
I haven't watched any of those Spider-Verse movies, so I don't really know what's going on. I'm sure there'll be like some cool villains or cool minifigures, so I'll gauge it on that.
Is the Spider-Verse just the Tom Holland ones? Is that what they're referring to?
I thought they were aren't there like two like Spider-Verse like movie like just like the ones that are like the
Into the
weird
Spider-Verse
like
or whatever.
yeah like with like
I
the like
remember.
Miles Morales and like
yeah, Miles Morales and those.
I don't understand it because I don't really follow
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but there's all like these other Spider-Man like character like there's a grillion different multiverses with different Spider-Mans in them.
Did we talk about
hopefully they're not just all different versions of Spider-Man. Hopefully there's like some cool like villains and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would like to get like a cool like one of my favorite Marvel figures I have is like I have like Electro. Like I don't know. I hope they're just cool like villains and stuff. Like
yeah,
maybe
totally.
make them,
I totally agree with that.
Green Goblin, like make a really cool detailed Green Goblin figure, like Sandman, stuff like that. I don't know.
Sandman
I'd be down for that stuff like that.
I just off topic. I'm looking just through the leaks, my list. Did we even talk about that V19 torrent that's rumored for the summer?
No, I don't think we talked about
Yeah,
that. That'll be a pickup for me. I don't have the. Well, now you have it, Grunk. You have the Clone Wars.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that was in the.
You'll be picking it up. You guys
of Legos.
You guys will picking it up though.
Yeah, I don't have it. I think it's a cool ship. They flew them a bunch in the Clone Wars animated show, and I don't have one. I think they only made one version during the Clone Wars, and I obviously didn't get it then. So, yeah, no, that'll be a pickup. I think it's got a cool shape to it. Have you seen it, Grunk? Like the shape of it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the triangle, right? It's like
it's like got two wings that are kind of straddled off, and then there's one when it lands, that bottom wing like flips up.
Oh, interesting.
And then it when it's in attack position, it like flips back down.
That's kind of sick.
So I'm sure they'll do. I mean, they had that mechanism with the old one, so I'm sure they'll only probably improve upon it because I think technically the technical style of Lego has only really improved.
Yeah,
drastically.
I feel like they always a lot of people say, "Oh, Lego needs to go back to the old stuff," dude. The way you always talk about the way Lego has advanced over the years is just like mind blowing.
It's not perfect, but yeah, I mean, if you think that overall they haven't gotten better, I just would kind of question that. I mean, it will be interesting because if they keep downsizing the way they are, it will be interesting to see how they kind of implement that system. Because that will seem like that would be an elaborate contraption to have a wing that like swings like basically 180. I mean, that seems like a pretty advanced contraption. So I don't know how since they've been kind of downsizing everything, that would be kind of interesting to see how they're gonna do that. Because I would say if they didn't do that, like if they just had it permanently locked, one, that would be horrific to display. Because if they don't give you a stand, I don't even know if you set it down, you'd have to set it down like upside down. If they didn't do that, that would be you wouldn't be able to like unless you like hung it by like fishing line. I know some people do that. Like it would be awful to display if they do it, but I'm sure they will do it. But yeah, it'll be interesting because if they do continue this trend of kind of stuff getting a little smaller, I wonder how they'll fit a mechanism like that. But they got crafty people over there, so I'm sure they'll figure it
out. Josh, would you pick that up?
I would. Yeah, I'd probably pick that up. I mean,
you love your Clone Wars, don't you? You guys love your Clone Wars.
I do.
I think I had a discussion with Ethan, and like the Republic just has the best ships. Like I know I'm biased towards them, but like if you just like rank like just like Star Wars ships, I think it's like Republic. Then Rebellion's got some nice ones. Like I don't rate like the Empire. Honestly, the Empire might be last for me. The CIS even's got some cool ships. I don't know. I don't know. The Republic ships are just they're all dope. I think any land vehicle or aerial vehicle that they release that's Republic, I'd probably be picking up, whether it's for the troopers or the ship.
What was I saying? Oh, I thought I think we should bring back. Anthony, we talked about this. I love those dual sets when you think about it, dude.
Yeah,
I want some dual sets back, dude. Just randomly off topic, off key, dude. Like,
no, that's a great point. Yeah. No, I like and I think it, once again, I mean, I feel like I'm going to say this a bunch this episode because I think like seems like you got every Lego Star Wars set ever now from that lot. But yeah, like I love those little sets. I think you got my favorite one. I don't own it. I might honestly pick it up secondhand because it's not even that expensive in the aftermarket. But the duel on Naboo, it's just like Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul, and it's just like a small reactor pit. I know they did
That's
one.
sick.
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed I didn't pick up. It was like maybe 2018, 2019. They had like the Anakin versus Obi-Wan on Mustafar, little duel set. I know they did one for Rey and Kylo Ren on Starkiller Base. I'm trying to think if there's any. I do have the Ahsoka and Darth Maul one.
That's a good one. I like that
It's
one.
like a little one. But yeah, you're right, Gro. I really enjoy those sets. I think they're a lot of fun. It's a nice way to get like Jedi and Sith minifigures that are like the characters that people enjoy, and you get a little build with it. I don't really even think it's that much about the build, but the builds I think have always been serviceable, and you get a bunch of cool minifigures that you like.
I totally agree with that. Yeah. And they must have sold them.
Yeah, and I think it'd be cool if they brought that to stuff like Marvel and stuff. I mean, I think there's plenty of scenes in Marvel where you have a one-on-one with a bad guy, and like, what if you released a small set like that fight scene that in like Civil War, like where Captain America and Iron Man go like one-on-one. Like that's like a pretty memorable scene from the movie. You could release a one. I think a lot of themes could do something like that. But yeah, no, I agree with that.
What were you gonna say, Josh? Sorry.
Yeah, I cut you off, Josh.
Wasn't there Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader? Does that one count as a dual set from the show?
Do they?
Oh, he's talking about the one that you don't like, Anthony.
Yeah.
I guess that is one. I don't. That's not really like the style I was talking.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like more like kind of like you take duel from movie and then just have those two. It's like the one-on-one, or I guess.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't have to necessarily be one-on-one. Like it was Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul, but I think it would be cool. I mean, we're celebrating the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. Like if they had done one like Obi-Wan versus Grievous, or if you did an Anakin and Obi-Wan versus Dooku.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that. I mean, Revenge of the Sith has tons of duels. Yoda versus Sidious. I mean, you could have done a bunch of ones that you hadn't done before, but
some other leaks, potentially Peter Parker's apartment, $50 set, and it is just kind of in on its own, not really the Spider-Verse. I think that could be. I muted myself on accident. If there could be like a Easter egg. Remember when Tom Holland comes in and he's like, his friend finds out he's Spider-Man, he
drops the Death Star.
Yeah, I think that could be cool. Yeah. Little Easter egg for that. Just scrolling through. I mean, there's Anthony. I know you love this leak. Woodland Mansion Treasure Room leak, $50 set for Minecraft. Woodland Mansion, dude.
Hammered with that leak. Can't wait for the real renditions to come out.
Gas Balloon Village Attack, $70.
You just listen to the names of the sets, and it's just like you wonder why I don't like these sets. I was literally playing Minecraft today. Like, I love the game. I can't reiterate that enough. These sets just stink, in my opinion. I don't like them.
Come on. I'm gonna get
completely personal preference. I don't like the looks of them, and it doesn't make sense to me because it should adapt well. It's a block game being adapted to a relatively blocky world.
I'm gonna get you guys both a Lego Minecraft set. And you guys have to build it.
That sounds like a part out right there.
And Anthony has
going to the store.
I'm looking at a bunch of Minecraft sets that I'm looking like that might be, under your guys' tree next year for Christmas.
Yeah. You wonder why they're on clearance all the time. I mean,
speaking of clearance, Josh, I don't know if it might be too. Actually, I don't know, but if you ever are bored and want to go check out Target, I heard there's a lot of Targets are purging the Animal Crossing sets, and Anthony and I already saw it firsthand. I picked up
18 of them.
Yeah, 18.
I saw it in the vlog. I might have to check out my target tomorrow.
Yeah, there could be. I don't know, just like something if you want to keep getting into that part out game.
Yeah.
I know Anthony was like of all sets, he's like Animal Crossing.
Well, it's always the same ones. It's Super Mario. It's Animal Crossing. It's Dreams.
Friends.
It's Minecraft. It's Friends. Like, do you see a little? Like, you start to see like a little, kind of.
Ninjago sometimes on there too with the clearance.
Yeah, Ninjago.
Occasionally. Okay, yeah. I shouldn't. That kind of hurts my argument there, but you don't see Star Wars. You don't see Marvel.
Yeah.
You don't see, these big license themes. You don't see Batman. You rarely see any of those on clearance anywhere. If you do, it's like an anomaly. But
Ninjago is interesting. You're right, Josh. It's like one of those. It's not as frequent as those major sets that go on clearance, like Anthony listed. But it is interesting. I mean, I'm looking at. a bunch of sets that I got over 50% off. Remember that like last summer kind of Vanny, we got those.
I'm just saying, to be fair to Ninjago, compared to all those other themes, the volume of sets they pump out every year, comparatively, they're bound to have more on clearance.
Yeah, they pump out
because they pump out way more. Like, you got like Super Mario Animal Crossing, they got like, I don't even know how many sets they average in their line, and like 50% of them are on clearance within like the month or a few months after.
I'm interested to see if Lego makes another Avatar wave.
Oh yeah, that was another disaster
with the new Avatar, with the new Avatar movie potentially coming out. I'm very interested to see that. Also, I think it's so goofy. I'm looking right now. Remember the Sonic sets that were on clearance last year? I think
there's another one always on clearance.
But the movie came out just in December. Why was there Sonic sets out then? It makes no sense to me. But I'm trying to look at other ones that you'll laugh at. I mean, even City, to an extent, you can see some clearance.
But that's another one that it's like there's just volume. And City also gets hurt by the fact that they have no like really unique minifigures. I guess the printings are different and stuff, but like at the end of the day, I don't think really anyone cares that much if they have a crook from 2010 or a crook from 2017. It's just a crook. It's kind of, even though they're printing slightly different, maybe the newer one's a little bit nicer looking. It's just a crook. There's no like uniqueness to it. Like in Star Wars, you got a Jango Fett or a Captain Rex. They're completely different characters. Like, I don't think that also hurts City too. There's no real like minifigure collectability in City. So I give them the pass too.
Josh, you got actually, ironically enough, Josh got a bunch of Star Wars clearance, those 10 new Jedi temples.
And that's the ones that you find are the crap ones that like are from a show that nobody watched and characters nobody cares about. They're overpriced to begin with.
They stood no chance.
Yeah, exactly.
$40 for that.
Yeah, and then the one character the Yoda is like the worst Yoda Lego's ever made. I mean, honestly, and to be fair to them too, he's probably accurate. That's probably what the show made him like. So,
and you think they
don't want to hate on Lego there, but that Yoda's hideous.
When you were
whoever designed that Yoda.
Let's go first, Josh. Sorry,
Vinny, have you seen that show?
No, I haven't seen Young Jedi. I don't plan to watch
I haven't
it either.
Yeah, I have no plans.
I just look at the characters of these sets. I'm like, I don't want to know about like Kriegies or whoever I don't remember the names of any of these guys. I don't care to know about any of their stories. I just
Josh, Anthony, when you guys were parting them out, I didn't even get to touch, but was that head rubber or was it hard plastic? Do you remember?
I think Ben parted him out, so I didn't touch any of them.
Okay, Ben touched it. Okay, his rubber, Josh, you think? I'll go feel one after this. But I wonder if I want to see if they made a different kind of material just because it's 4+ and they don't want like kids just like smashing his ears in or something like that. Like, I mean, that makes sense if it looks weird.
Or also, like biting on them.
True, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
They can, dude. Get rid of those things. I'm gonna buy a bin of Legos in 20 years and find one of those. I'm gonna punt it across the room.
What?
I don't care how valuable it is then. It's gone. It's getting like jettisoned out the window.
Get out of here.
Horrible.
Yeah, just not allowed, banned from the household. I'm trying to drink my water, but it's like ice frozen because it's so cold. So like
my basement's freezing. And you say I'm blanking it up, dude.
I know. Always got like just blankets all the hell. Hold on, was it?
What's the temperature in Cleveland right now?
too. It's like negative something. I didn't even.
God, jeez.
I was off
Dude.
work today, so I
Don't
I
leave
didn't
the
go
house,
outside.
dude.
I didn't leave the house,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, no reason to.
All right, let's segue into some tier lists. You guys want to start with 2023 or 2024?
Yeah,
first?
let's start 2023 and then move like
Yeah.
present. I feel
Well,
like
we can do all years, but I feel like we can.
no, I think that's a good call, Grump, to do it because that's just so much, and we can go back and do other years too. But we don't want to do like every. Like I know we flirted with the
Every
idea
year.
of doing like every set. We'll be here all night.
All right.
Yeah, that'd take a while. That would be.
Am I shared? I believe I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
When
We got a new
my question to boys, when we rate these, do we want to? Are we rating them in terms of like compared to all Star Wars sets, or are we rating them in terms of the rest of the year? Because I think that's an important.
I just think we can think of both in the grand scheme of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
My question was, should we factor price into these? And I think we 100% should.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should
100%,
factor price,
yeah.
Because you can make that like, oh shit.
I just want to know what we're weighing more, because I'd argue like those years like 2013 is like one of the greatest lines. Like,
no, yeah, keep those in mind.
and I don't think necessarily some of these sets even like compare to that, like a year like that. But
Keep those in mind, Vanny. Keep those in mind.
all right, I gotcha.
All right, let's start with the 2023 sets. X-Wing Polybag. Did you guys ever get this set?
I didn't.
I don't think
I
I
think
did.
most polybags for me are just gonna go and see. I think Lego does
Yeah.
generally a really good job with polybags. Like,
Hold on, one sec. I gotta see.
I'd agree with C though. These Star Wars polybags are generally pretty solid.
yeah, I feel like they do a good job with the amount of pieces they have. I
Yeah.
think they're usually good. Even honestly, with how
All
limited
right.
pieces, the advent calendar ones are always pretty impressive too
yeah.
to build.
I-
But at the
Yes.
same time, no minifigure, not a ton of pieces, generally usually blocky, which is just kind of the nature of them. So I think most poly bags are going to default in C for me, unless
Okay.
they're like bad. But
I didn't hear that, but it was C. You guys both agreed on C.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, what's your take on it, Grunk?
No,
Yeah,
I agree. I think polybags are really underrated. I like for $5, you get a good little solid build, and it looks pretty good. I like this one in particular. I'm a big polybag guy, especially because generally you can get them with the gift with purchase. You go for May the 4th and get them. I don't know. I don't mind them. All right. The Death Star, the gift with purchase from 2023. I would go A tier. That's just my opinion.
You have this one, so I think your
Yeah.
opinion weighs a little more. I've seen it at your house.
It's neat.
That's pretty
For
cool.
me, I wouldn't go higher than B based off what I saw. But once
All right.
again, I think I weigh more minifigure. But you own it, Grunk. So
I think I'll go B.
your
I'll go
opinion-
B. And I
you
think
built it, because I think like you always talk about the build. A lot of people don't factor the build experience into it, and that's like a big part of it. I mean, it's a constructible toy.
you know what? I agree with that, Anthony, because I think it's an A set, but unfortunately it's a B because it's behind that paywall.
And
I think
for me, it kind of hurts, but not having minifigures and stuff, even if they're not supposed to. Like I know mini scale isn't supposed to have it. Polybags generally, if there is a minifigure, it's the only thing in it. Or
Yeah.
I mean, I weigh minifigures kind of heavily. Honestly, have Josh decide it, because I mean, we
Josh,
if you think it's A, or I think it's
or
B.
do you want even lower? Did you think even lower when?
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
I would say, yeah, I'd say it's somewhere between B and A because I do like how it looks. It looks like a good display.
It's sleek. It's sharp.
Too.
I'm trying to remember. Is that the one that I'm thinking of? Does it have a little does it have like a see-through brick with like a ship off to the side or something? Is there anything dangling off it, or is it just the Death Star?
Grok.
You're muted.
Am I still been muted the whole time?
Yeah, you were muted. Everything you said. So say it again.
The whole time for how long?
Well, I asked you
sure.
about if there's anything like off the side of it.
Oh,
And you
okay,
were
that's
muted.
it. Oh, I don't know why I'm muted there. I think there is a Super Star Destroyer.
Oh,
but
like
I'm not-
dangling. See, that's cool. Like
We'll put it at B. I don't know why it automatically mutes. I'm not even on that tab. Why is it muting myself? That makes no sense to me. All right. No cuts. This is raw, dude. The Tuscan Raider Brickheads.
I
I put it right there.
I put it at C too. It's just.
I think for a brickhead, I like the build techniques. I would put it probably above the microfighter, but yeah, C. That's my. But if you guys both think it's below the microfighter,
No. I think it's a.
I
I
think
mean,
it's-
a microfighter build for itself. The building experience is.
you know I'm not a massive brickhead guy, but I think it look for a brickhead. I think the face, you can tell exactly what it is. I think it's cleverly built.
It's a good one. I think it retired
yeah.
after 1 year. So, all right. This Brickheads pack, I actually bought. It was on sale for like $23. It's got
Jeez, what was the retail on that one?
35 or maybe 40. I'm not entirely sure.
Hmm.
Maybe 40.
Maybe 40. How much do brick? Honestly, I've
not-
never bought a brickhead, so I don't like. How much do they normally? Are they normally like 20?
It's usually 10 for one. That's
10 for one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, roughly. Yeah, 10 for one.
And how many do you get? You get 5 in that?
Yeah, you get Ewok, and Ewok you get is that I can't even see if that's
Yeah, Leia. That's like Endor,
then
Leia,
R2D2,
Luke
Yeah, and
Skywalker.
then Luke, and then
and Lando. It's a good. I think I'd put it at B. I think it's a solid pack.
That seems like a good deal too.
It's their
Yeah.
version of 2024's episode 1 Brickheads.
Yeah.
It's episode 6. So I don't know. You guys found that B?
yeah, I put it up.
Now this is one where I like it. For what it is, I think it was nice, but
That's fair. I mean,
I would put it at B. And that's just me.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
don't think I can go quite that high. Obviously, there's my anti-sequels bias. I guess you get Chewbacca, who's a real character, but
BB-8.
for what it is, yeah, I mean, it is a Christmas set, so I mean, you can take that with a grain of salt, I guess.
Josh, what were you thinking?
Josh, yeah, you split it. I would go. C.
I think I'm leaning more towards C. I like how it's festive.
I mean,
but
you can put it at the top of C. Grunk. It has
I'll put
minifigures,
it- I'll
which
put it
for
at the top of
me,
C.
Okay.
I rate, but I don't really.
Yeah,
You guys,
rate it.
would you guys never own that set?
It's mid. C
I
is just
actually
mid.
have that.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah, I think I got it for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
You like it? Relatively
It's
speaking?
nice. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
that's a
Grant,
good one.
have you even opened one? I know you bought a grillion.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
sale. Okay.
I got 2 of them on sale, but then I opened one. I got 3 of them on sale, but I opened one. I kept the other 2. So it was a pretty good deal. I think it was like $19. The retail is for like 30 or 35. So I was like, all right.
Yeah,
That was this the Yoda?
yeah.
Oh,
I don't.
that's-
Was that like the employee?
Yeah, I don't even. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put that straight trash.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we can't. I don't know if we can really rate it.
No, we're just putting that. We're just putting that straight trash because
Yeah.
that's that, dude. The Mex,
Oh
Get it in
boy.
there.
the Mex 3-in-1.
Oh,
I have no idea how much this thing retailed for. I
I
would
think they
put
were
it.
like $15 for the max.
I would put this at. Okay, hold on.
Maybe D or C. I mean, the minifigures are. It's a good way to get a minifigure.
Now,
I think the mechs are stupid. I think we've overdone mechs to crap.
now here's my thing, Vanny. Can we rate the mechs individually and have
Yes,
and, like,
yes. I'd
yeah.
rather rate them individually.
Okay, we'll leave that out then because I don't think that's fair. Okay, Boba Fett's microfighter, or it's not Boba Fett's microfighter. Remember, Anthony? We
I
were
don't get to
here.
see it.
Remember we went to the Lego store opening day and we were like trying. There's like this is like one of the only things left on the shelves.
Yeah. No, I think it's a C.
All right. Josh,
Why don't you get a nice
I throw it
Boba
up there.
Fett
I
figure?
throw it in C.
I'm staring at it right now. It's a
Yeah, you get a
fine
Boba
build
Fett.
for what it is. You get a nice Boba Fett. For me, a C
Yeah.
all day.
All right, I put it above
It's a nice
the Tuscan Raider brickheads, and I put it above the polybag. I feel like that's fair. Honestly, no. I don't know. I think I don't know. I like this set a lot. I like this holiday diorama.
Fair enough.
I'm fine with that.
501st Battle Pack, the true Battle Pack, the true File First Battle Pack.
It's an A for me.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I know it got a lot of hate. I don't know if it's quite S I don't think it's like an all-timer, but I really enjoyed it. I mean, I like a lot of bias. You get 2 of those heavy troopers. That was the skin I always ran in Star Wars Battlefront with my heavy. So, and the 501st are clichély my favorite Legion. So, I mean, it's an A for me. I don't
I'm just
know
like right in between there. Josh, what do you think?
I'd put it in A too because I love
Yeah.
the 501st Trooper.
And you got that new visor piece too on the specialist.
Right.
Yeah, that's the
Super
only
sick
time
for
it's come out.
customization. Super sick for customization.
Oh yeah, I'm
the
a fan
build
of
is
that stuff.
serviceable.
Well, but guys, it has helmet holes, so
Oh my goodness, yeah, you know,
straight trash.
Straight trash. Get that.
And I think
Yeah,
that pack is a perfect reason why I don't think helmet holes are the end of the world. Like, yes, it might look slightly goofy without the things, but this, I mean, we got to remember Lego is for kids. The point is you get all these extra, you get a bag full
Well,
of
Lego,
decals.
I agree, and they'll be like, "Oh, Lego is not for kids. Look at these 18+ sets and how expensive they are." This set is built for kids. There do not get a if, and, or buts. I mean, a $20 battle pack, that is a set for kids. There's no way around that.
Yeah, and the fun of Lego Star Wars as a kid, especially with clones, was, and I know I messed up a lot of mine. I drew all over mine, did other things like that to them, which I don't know is if you're necessarily supposed to do. But the fun thing always was when they had those helmet holes, you could make all these like clone captains and lieutenants, and you could customize your guys. That customizability is really fun for kids. And I think they should keep doing that. And I think that pack gives you a bunch of those decal, which is an underrated thing. Because if you have other sets, you can deck your clones out and make them look badass. So, I mean,
yeah, I agree with that. I think that was now next set, the snub fighter. See, this might be a hot take.
It's a B for me.
Yeah, I'd put this up in B.
Yeah, I kind of like that in B too.
Have you built this one, Josh?
I have not.
Anthony, I have, and Anthony told me before I got that was a really surprising build for you, right, Anthony? And I was pleasantly surprised when I built my own. I was like, wow.
Yeah. I got it as a birthday present from a friend, and it was kind of perfect because I don't think I would have bought it necessarily just on my own. It's kind of like a niche thing. It's like the pirates from The Mandalorian who are like barely in the show. It's not like really a super active thing, and the ship is cool, but it wasn't like, I think it retailed for like 30 or 35 when it first came out. So it was like a little bit like, I don't know if I was going to do it. But once I got it in hand, I was kind of happy with it. I think the price definitely keeps it out of A, but I think the build itself, the pirates look good, and it's a fun ship. I like the shape of it. It's kind of unique. I like it.
I got like 3 of them for set like half off, $17.50. So I don't know. I was like, oh, I love this set, and that's really what the price should have been. It should have been like a $20, $25 set. 35 seems a little bit steep to me, especially when you see it in person. But I enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised. I'll say that. So I have it in between the brickheads and then the the Death Star. Does that sound right to you guys?
That's fine. I think I'd put it over the Death Star, but like I said, I don't own the Death Star, so my opinion on the Death Star is not really super oriented in anything.
All right, TIE Bomber.
It was like what, $60?
Yes, I put it at A. I enjoyed that set.
Okay.
I enjoyed that set a lot. I think it looks really good. Yeah. It's a really good. It's a solid Star Wars set. I don't know about you two. What do you guys think?
I think my gut was going B, but I don't own it, so I guess Josh, you.
I don't own it either, but I was leaning towards B too. But I mean,
all right, we'll put it B.
Put it in a high B. You could put it at the top of B.
Yeah, I think we should.
From the outside looking in, the minifigures look good. The thing is pretty smooth. It's like I like how like smoothed out it is. I think it's accurate to a TIE Bomber. And
yeah,
seems like
it's a good one. See, this one I don't own. The Fang Fighter versus the Mandalorian Starfighter, whatever it is. Yeah. You guys, Anthony, are you the only one who has it?
I own it. I haven't built it. I still have it sealed in the box. I did because I got it for Costco for 60.
Whew, that's a good deal, dude.
$100 is a little tough for this one for me, just because amount of minifigures. The TIE Interceptor isn't that impressive a build, and the Fang Fighter is even a little bit more
I don't really like the
unimpressive.
Fang
It's
Fighter.
very bricky. I'd maybe throw it at the top of C. The Mandalorian Loyalist is a great minifigure. But once they came out with that battle pack this year of getting more Mandalorian loyalists, it kind of renders it. They're different. They're different prints, but
Yeah,
it kind of renders it less
appealing.
Yeah. So I would go maybe top of C, but with the $100, it's a little rough.
Josh, any objections from that?
No, I don't have that.
Okay, let's go to the helmet collections. I mean, what do you guys? Do you guys own any of these? Let's just do all three with the
I
same.
don't own any of them, but I honestly don't. I think both the clone helmets I think could be A or B. I don't own them. I think Ethan owns Rex, so I think I've seen the Rex. I think they're all great builds. I mean, they look like they're well constructed.
Yeah, I know they're. Josh, do you have any of these?
I have Rex and Cody.
Oh wow!
You have? Yeah. Then
yeah.
All right. Well, what you think?
Yeah, tell us your insights.
Most valid opinion here. If you have them,
I think they're pretty good builds, and they display pretty well with the other helmets I have. So I'd say I'd probably throw. I think I like Rex's design a little more than Cody.
Do you want to put these B?
It looks like it's got nice detail on it.
High B, low A. Let's put Rex A. I think he looks
That's
good.
Fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine with Rex A, and we can throw Cody in B. I do like both of them though.
What about the Bosch Leia? Do you have that one?
No, I don't have the Bosch Leia, so.
That's a solid build. Cool. I would still probably throw it in B, but I don't.
Yeah.
What are those retail for? Those are like 50 or
it's
higher?
It's like 60 maybe.
It just depends.
60.
Whoops! I think I just cut you guys out of this. Yeah. God, this touchpad is so finicky, dude. Am I done screen? My gosh!
Our screen is gone.
Oh my gosh! Hold on. This touchpad is so bad. Don't like it.
Yeah, but you said 60, Josh.
I think they were 60. Maybe.
You know how many pieces there are? That's kind of a tough question.
Yeah.
I asked that and I was like, yeah.
There were 784 actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're around.
So I have I have the TIE Bomber above Leia. That right there. I mean, I guys fine with that, Josh? You fine with that?
I'm good with that.
I know my sister has all these, but I just don't really care for them, to be honest. I don't know. Okay. The throne room diorama. Anthony or
Price
Josh
is a little high. I would put it top of B at least, in my opinion. I'm staring at it right now. It's really smoothed out. The kind of not cockpit, but the glass screen is super awesome how they constructed it. The building techniques are awesome. I think the build is great. The minifigures are solid. I think it retail for 100, which is a little. I don't know how it works out price per piece wise, if it's good or bad, but kind of just for the size of it, it doesn't feel like an $100 set. It is dense and there are a lot of pieces, but I'd probably at least put it at the top of B. I'm also partial. I just really like that scene. Return of the Jedi is my favorite.
Josh, do you have this
original trilogy movie? But
I do not have that one.
I used to not like it. Remember that, Anthony? And then I was like, oh, it kind of grew on me the more and more I looked at it. And I was actually considering buying it. And then it was on sale for a good amount. And I was like, I'm just trying to see if I should pull a trigger or not on it.
Yeah, I remember the price always drove me away from it too.
Yeah. I mean, 3 minifigures, it's kind of rough. I think price is really the main thing for me. But
how about you want above the TIE Bomber or below it?
I would put it above it, but once again, I don't have the TIE Bomber, so I can't.
We'll slip it in there. I don't have to.
I like it. It's just price. I think I could see why people wouldn't be.
The Speeder Chase diorama. A lot of dioramas.
Yeah.
Dioramas.
A lot of
And
dioramas.
I like the Speeder Chase more than the Throne Room. I got the Speeder Chase for $60. I don't know what I think it retails
you had it cheap for
it
at
retailed for
Wire,
80.
right? Or,
Yeah, it retailed for 80, so it was cheaper, $20 cheaper than the the Throne Room, and I think it stacks up just as well. I mean, the tree builds are great. I love all the foliage. I think that Scout Trooper is the best Scout Trooper. This like modern Scout Trooper that we have, I think, is the best Scout Trooper Lego's ever done. The speeders
That
look
looks sick.
kind of some cool build techniques in the speeders.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
They just
And
look at
like
all
it's
these
just I like the minifigures. It's another cool scene. I'm partial to Return of the Jedi. I would honestly, for me, I would put it over the Throne Room. You get the same amount of minifigures, technically $20 cheaper for like the MSRP, and I don't know. That's my opinion on it. But
Josh, do you have this one?
I do, yeah. I agree with a lot of you said, Anthony. I think it's a really cool display in the foliage. They do it pretty well.
I think the trees are great. The trees,
yeah.
and they're fun to build. They're like
cool.
they kind of look the same, but they're not the same. Like when you build them, like it is definitely it's not. There's no like real like repetitiveness to the set, but outside of the speeders. So
I'm a fan of the Scout Trooper minifigs too.
that Scout Trooper. That new Scout Trooper is a perfect example of like that we're going in a good direction. Lego wise. I mean that figure's great. And the other two are also nothing to sneer at either if they look good.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I put it above the Throne Room diorama. Now this is a really, dude, I hate this touchpad so much. Oh my god, I just can't figure it out. Okay, the gunship, Coruscant gunship. Anthony, I know you have this. Josh, you have this.
I do not. I wish I
don't either. Is this not officially retired? Is this still
gunship?
Is this still out? Is this still on shelves? It has. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen. Yeah,
I think I've seen it too.
Now, I have no opinion, but I think it looks pretty small. But I like the colors a lot.
It doesn't honestly. It doesn't feel horribly small. I don't really have. I'm staring at it right now. All my Legos are kind of like over there. At least a lot of them. But it's definitely, I mean, it's smaller than the other gunships. Once again, I think what we've traded off is like we've kind of gotten like a smoothed out feature with a lot of these older builds that everyone's like, oh, they're bigger, they're better, they're super bricky. Like I have the 2009 Imperial Star Destroyer, which is the biggest one by a long shot. Like it's like basically almost like 2 times the size of the newest one, but it's very brick heavy. Like it's not smoothed out at all. It's like very bricky. So I mean, it is a little smaller, but it's smoothed out. I don't have a problem with the Fox figure. I feel like I'm gonna go on like a little rant here.
Go ahead.
That thinks that clones like have to be like perfect. I just think it's a little ridiculous. These aren't Black Series like figurines. These are Legos. If you can look at a figure, you look at that figure and you're like, okay, that's either Fox or Commander Thorn. That's fine for me. It's the commander for the red. It's the commander for the Coruscant Guard. It's right there. I know they like flipped some colors, but it's not freaking the end of the world. I think the minifigure looks fine. My biggest problem with clones nowadays is I don't necessarily like the printed waist capes, which he does have. I know Lego has said they don't want to go to cloth again because cloth it breaks down easily. Which I don't agree. If they don't want to do cloth, they should just go back to the plastic waist capes and stuff like that. But that's really my only gripe with him. So I know a lot of people are up in arms about Fox. I wish it was just a regular gunship. The colorway's cool, but I like the traditional gunship. But with all this said, all this rambling, I think I would put it either it would end up in our low A or high B for me. I mean, I think it's still a good set. It was a flagship set, and I think it was deserving to be a flagship set with the other sets that came out this year. You get 2 regular clones. You get Fox. You get Palpatine, you get Padme, you get a handful of stuff. I mean, it's a solid set. I don't know. And I guess really the only thing with the build is kind of the guns on the end of the wings are a little disappointing. That they're not kind of like the true gunship, like swiveling like little like laser cannons, whatever they call those.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's still a really solid set. I don't understand all the hate with it.
And the one thing I think is kind of weird about Lego, and they say don't like waist capes, is or waist, cloth waist capes, is a bunch of other lines have them.
Have
like
them, yeah.
Again, they don't Dreams. Those characters
They have tons of waist capes, which is definitely frustrating that we can't get them back with clones. I don't really. That was like the reasoning. Like it was like when you sit them down, they get all crinkled and stuff. And I was like, first off, I don't care. Second off, even if that's your reasoning, you've done plastic waist capes in the past. You've done plastic pauldrons. You've done plastic, like the infamous like Clone Wars era clone battle pack was the same thing. They gave you just a bunch of like decal, like they gave you visors, they gave you pauldron, and those were all plastic. And like, or like the OG Phase 1 Captain Rex, he came with the gray, all plastic. So if you're not going to do those, I just like them because they add depth to the minifigure. The printed waist capes, they just don't add any depth, and I think
it doesn't
kind of muddles it a little bit.
It doesn't really add much to the clone,
especially when they don't do side of leg printing. They don't do side of leg printing with them. It's just like it looks like they got like two tassels hanging down, which is kind of goofy.
It looks really goofy.
That's my only real problem with that figure, but that's just kind of what they're doing with clones now. So.
I mean, here's I found with low A, I know there's like gripes that look small, stubby, whatever. I just think it still looks like a cool ship. Like if it's on sale, you'll know me. I'll be buying that thing, and I'll probably be building that thing. It's just kind of it's the grunkish way at this point right now.
Yeah,
I find that on deep discount.
And I wish honestly, I wish it was a regular gunship, just because I don't own I don't own the 2013 one. I don't own the Clone Wars era one, so I'd like to have one. But to be fair to Lego, they've done the regular one twice. No, they've done it 3 times. Sorry, and the OG one. There's the 2002 one or 2000, whenever that one came. So they've done the original one 3 times. So I've been alive. All those ones have come out. I guess I was barely conscious the first one.
But I don't know, were you conscious?
I don't know, maybe, but I was around when it existed, so my fault for not picking it up. But they've done that one 3 times is my point. So the fact that they went a different direction, I don't think is a problem at all. That's not on. I think it's cool that they're diversifying and kind of creating a really unique gunship that only gets a little bit of like screen time in the Clone Wars era. But
this one,
I'm sorry, I rambled a lot about this one, but I feel like I have to defend my opinion because a lot of people hate on this gunship incessantly.
Lego's gonna get scared, and
they're not gonna do unique stuff like that.
Yeah, Lego's gonna be like, oh, next time we do a gunship, it'll be generic.
Play it safe.
And I have a feeling that this gunship in particular, people like, oh my gosh, looking back, they'll be like, man, I wish we get
that was cool that they did that. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that one will do good in the secondary market in particular. Okay, UCS X-Wing. I have this set. I love this set. I would put it in S tier. That's my analysis.
Yeah. I've seen it on your shelf, Grunk. Looks beautiful. It's a nice UCS.
Yeah, it looks real good.
If you think it's in that.
Great build. It was fun. The problem is it's $240, whatever it is, but
it is a UCS, and that's like the kind of the lower price threshold for UCS. So I don't think that's necessarily unfair for what you get there.
So
how many pieces that is? Like 2,000, 3,000?
2,000 something. 2,000 something.
High 2,000s or low 2,000s? Okay. Above 2,500 or below?
Let's see. Sure.
Isn't it behind you? Is it still on that shelf, or you moved it? Okay.
It's over in the
other room.
The other room. Maybe it's not even 2,000. No, it's not even 2,000. 1,949.
Okay, it's almost 2,000. Yeah, looks nice. I don't have it in hand.
All right, yeah. I mean, are you guys any objections? Now this one, so you guys found with S tier on that?
Yeah.
I don't.
This set I would also put in S tier.
I kind of agree with. I don't have that set, but I love how it looks. I think it's for the ship dioramas or the micro scales.
For me, micro scale. There's no minifigures. I don't think I put it that high. It's a nice. You know what? I will say this, like kind of the greebling and like the detailing on it.
It's so sick.
It's pretty impressive. Honestly, I'd be fine if you put it up there. Once again, I haven't built it. I don't own it, so I'm not gonna. I'm doing it from just like staring at it for brief occasions. So I don't think I'd quite put it in S, but if that's where you guys feel it is, that's
Josh. What do you think?
There. Definitely.
I don't have it either, but from looking at it, and I've wanted it. But I'd probably say I'd mingle around the S and A tier.
You gotta be decisive on this.
Put it top of A, though. Put it top of A. That'll be a happy medium.
Yeah.
If you want S, I don't want S. Put it top A.
All right. Josh is always just like, I'm fine with wherever it goes.
Yeah. If I had to choose, I'd probably put it in S, but I'm fine with it low.
Throw it in S then.
Or high A.
All right.
Maybe it'll be at the bottom of S by the end of this.
Yeah. It's by far my favorite midi scale build ever. I think it looks so sick. I know you don't like midi scale too much, but
I think with our other ratings, that's fair though, because I think it definitely blows the Death Star out of the water.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the price point was on that one.
All right, the Ghost, honestly, kind of a forgettable one, the Ghost and Phantom.
See, I'm not really a Rebels guy. I was never super a Rebels guy. The Ghost is, I guess, kind of a cool ship. I don't know.
Care about
Josh, did you have this one?
You two can.
I don't have this one, but I mean, I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy it. I've seen the Rebels show, but
I don't know if it's the best Ghost build.
Yeah,
I think I don't own any. I mean, I don't own any of the Phantom. That's what that ship's called.
The Phantom's the other small one with that. Yeah, I have no opinion where.
Maybe just throw it in B. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe above average.
Yeah, honestly.
How many minifigures? Is it only those three? Is it only like Hera, Kanan, and Chopper?
More.
There's got to be Ezra and stuff in there, right?
Yeah, Ezra's probably in there.
I know there was actually. Hold on, let me see.
Maybe like Kanan.
It was.
I think I see Hera, Kanan, and Chopper.
Yeah,
dude, it retired.
You're right.
It retired already.
Yeah,
dang.
Not too worried about that.
Oh no, it didn't. Excuse me, it didn't. But it's $160. Holy crap!
Yeah, I think
I thought it retired.
Put it in B, maybe.
It comes with. I'm zooming in. First Officer Hawkins, LT Beta, General Syndulla, Jaden Skandula. I'm butchering these and Chopper.
Oh, so you don't even. That wasn't even Kane. Oh, that's probably her son.
Yeah.
Minifigure selection is very uninteresting to me with those.
Yeah.
And so maybe that would make it lower, but the build, from what I remember, the build looks solid. It seems accurate to it. I don't know. I think middle of B is fine for it. I don't have a ton of opinions on it.
So I'm sorry, Andy. I was talking to my dad. What was the?
I think it's fine right where you have it. Honestly.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's
the best set.
I have to say that's S tier.
Yeah. S tier, man. Are you fine with that?
One of the best Yodas we've seen.
Leave it up there. Yeah. No. I mean, price, build. I would straight trash for me. I'd
agree.
Really just nothing to it. Just a bunch of big pieces. That Yoda, like we already ranted about him. Horrible. I don't even know who these other two bums that are in there with him. Straight trash.
It's like.
All right. Swamp Speeder battle pack. Ahsoka's battle pack. I'm just gonna let you two talk about this one, and then I'll chime in because I don't know what I know. Anthony's kind of opinion on this set. Josh, I don't know what you think about this set, but I'm kind of interested to hear.
I'm a fan of the set. I wouldn't say it's better than the 501st battle pack, but I like the set and I like the clones that come with it. So I'd probably say maybe a higher B tier, lower A tier.
Okay, Anthony.
I definitely agree. It's not better than the 501st. I don't, even though it was like it was kind of an emotional scene in the Clone Wars when they painted their helmets. I don't care for the 332nd at all. I just think the orange and with the blue they just don't do it for me. Yeah, they're just not that interesting to me. I don't get all the freaking crap about Commander Vaughn. He's fine. People are like bitching about like, is his like his detail, his like commander like marking on his chest piece like isn't act like that's seriously. That's just so over the top. Like, hey, he's fine. He looks like Commander Vaughn.
He just
The
looks like
build honestly is fine.
I like the build.
It's a solid. I mean, it's a little swamp speeder, and I think they've done them before. They did one. I think the last one, kind of in this scale that they did, was the Kashyyyk Trooper Battle Pack in 2014. But yeah, I don't. For me though, because of those troopers, I don't care for them. Not that they're inaccurate. I think they're fine to like what it's from. But for me, they would be in. I don't think I can go higher than B just because I don't care for 332nd. But
I would put them at the highest point of B.
I'd agree with
that's
you.
fair
my-
for the price. Yeah,
That's my
retail
thing.
for $20.
I actually thought these guys are kind of cool. I kind of do like the orange. I know Van
Yeah.
doesn't disagree with that, but I think the bill is the coolest part. I really like that swamp speeder build, that little swamp.
I shouldn't even
build.
say the orange is horrible. The orange is just. I would just prefer to have a bunch of 501st troopers. I think it would be an A for me if you just gave them blue helmets.
Yeah.
I agree. If it were
let's just say, I think there's a reason, and there are a lot of people that agree with Andy. There's a reason why we saw a bunch of these on clearance. I got like a bunch for $11.50 at Walmart and a bunch for $13.50 at Meijer, and those things warm the shelves. Ironically enough, I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was the first time in a long time or not even the first time, the only time where Lego tried to bump up the battle packs to 27. There was that big controversy at the start, and they were like, "Oh my God, Lego's doing a $27 battle pack," and then they went back down to 20 before release, but some retailers, some box stores kept the $27 price point. So, especially in Meijer in particular. So, I remember every time we go there, those things would be sitting on that shelf for $27, not even touched, because right next to it is a 501st battle pack, which is a better battle pack for $20. So, it's kind of funny that they kind of just really was doomed from the start. So let's be brutally honest.
Yeah. And it's definitely cool. I think in tandem you can do fun things with them. I think honestly, and this is kind of the greatness of the Lego community. I think both of those battle packs, I've seen so many people have done so many like cool alternate builds with them.
Oh yeah.
If you buy a handful of them,
Oh yeah.
I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with them. But yeah, I think it's literally just because of 332nd. And I almost don't want to say that with the conversation that we just had about the gunship. It's cool that Lego are doing unique things. It's a unique moment from the newest Clone Wars season. Ahsoka comes back. The troops that she fought a whole war with paint their helmets orange. In her, I mean, it's like a cool, unique thing for the Battle of Mandalore. But yeah, they're not for me.
All right. I think it's a good spot for it. Next, goes from that to Yoda's star. I'd put this D. Just not even say anything much about it.
That's fair. I think I'd put it bottom of C. Just 'cause I think the Yoda's a good figure, and you get the astromech in there. But yeah, I mean, it's like the chode of Jedi Starfighters.
I'd
like,
put that D just because it was $35.
That's fair. Yeah,
price point was
leave
fair.
it in D.
I think that.
And I went.
Well,
actually, I'm gonna go grab. I have 7 of these bad boys just sitting here, warming the shelf, dude. Because I got them at Walmart for $17.50. Because again, it's just like the 332nd battle pack. It's just kind of doomed when you have this thing for $35. Doesn't really.
That's fair. Yeah, price is bad.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. God, this touchpad is the I don't even know what you call it. The spider droid.
Yeah, it's like I don't know really what it is. I remember the scene from The Mandalorian. I will say for this one, I would at least throw it in C. Price was bad, but that Bo-Katan figure is beautiful. That figure is the printing is spectacular. I've just like I don't even know. Is it retired? No, it's not retired.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is it? It is. Okay.
Oh, it is.
Well, I did kind of lose. I have debated going on Bricklink and stuff and just picking up that figure. But I think it only has gone up in price. I really hope I can get my hands on it Sunday because I think it's great. But everything else about it, I just really don't have any interest. You just get another Din Djarin, which I'm sure we've all accumulated a bunch of at this point. Grogu's, which we've all probably accumulated a bunch of at this point. And the build, I guess, is cool, but yeah, like they're
Old Grogu.
but yeah, nothing really else. And then I think it retailed for what, like $450. I think it was
50. I think you're right. It must have been maybe
a big yikes. I mean, it was.
So I have it right there, Josh. Do you have the set or no?
I do not, but
Yeah.
Honestly, for bang
else.
for buck though, I think I'd still probably put it below Boba Fett's.
All right.
That
Okay.
would retail for $10. You got
Yeah.
Boba Fett. I mean,
Yeah.
outside, like literally, I think what's her face? Bo-Katan is carrying that set. Without her, that set would probably be in D for me.
Mhm.
Okay, Ahsoka.
Ooh, yeah, I do want this set.
I'd put it A, and I'd feel like, all right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think I'd put it bottom of
Okay.
A or top
Yeah.
of B. I think the figures are great. I know people were raving. I think a lot of people were saying that Hu Yang figure is like a top 10 minifigure in all lines of the year. He's supposed to be. I haven't had him in hand yet, but he's supposed to be extremely detailed. Honestly, I want it the most for the Maruk, the Inquisitor. I think his armor is awesome. He was really a bum in the show. He didn't really do much, but I think he looks really cool. The Ahsoka figures more than serviceable. I think Sabine is the least interesting one to me, but it's accurate. And that ship is also it's a cool ship. I don't have the Clone Wars rendition of that ship in white. So I think the white one is more appealing to me, but the red is still cool, and I think it's a cool ship how the wings rotate. I do want to pick it up before it gets out of here, but I think it's a nice set.
I keep asking Josh for set. Josh, do you have this set?
No.
Yeah, I don't know
No, I
Josh's
don't.
collection. I see your collection every time I come to the basement, Grunk, so I pretty much know what you have. But
Yeah.
Josh is kind of a
Mystery.
wild card.
Hey, you don't
Yeah.
you don't see my collection.
Are you
So,
fine
no,
with
no,
that,
I don't
Josh?
have it. I'd be fine with that. I kind of want to pick it up too.
Yeah.
So,
If you guys want it lower, that's fine. I
No.
really.
I'd
I
say
agree with
lower
that.
it.
I have a
away.
minifigure bias too, so there's that in my rating.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we gotta go. We're going long here.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, we'll go faster.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to just do 2023 next episode and do 2024 because
Okay.
it's also
yeah.
hard to believe some of these sets came out in 2023. I'm like, time is flying, dude. It's giving me a headache. I just remember when these things just came out.
And I see
It does
one
feel like
ahead that I feel like I'm gonna ramble about, but
Microfighter, I would put this D. That's just my. I believe.
this is the one that retailed for 15, right? And
Yeah,
we
maybe it was even
Grogu to make up for that. Yeah, throw it in D.
And maybe it was even 16.
Above Yoda's.
Maybe it was even 16 because they had the argument that there's too many figures with Grogu.
Yeah, the argument. We got too many figures. We got like 1 and a 16th.
Now this one is interesting.
Oh, love this one.
I know you have this one, Anthony. Josh, do you have this? Do you have this one?
I do not. No, I don't have this one. But
where would you put this one?
I think I might be by.
Contrary.
Oh yeah, Josh, go ahead.
No, you go first. I don't have this one, so I don't have too much of an opinion.
I don't want. Yeah, I'm not gonna say S. That would be kind of because S. I'm thinking is all timers, like in Lego Star Wars in general. I honestly, I would throw it on top of A for me. I don't like the minifigures are solid, and I have a minifigure, but the ships are both just freaking sick.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm staring at them right now. I mean, the color they just pop. The shapes are awesome. I don't even think that I don't even know what that. I think it's like the A wing or whatever.
It's the E wing, I think.
E wing, yeah. I don't even know what that. I don't even think that was in the show, but it is the blue and white. It is sleek. The astromech pops. The and then this the Shin Hati fighter, which I don't even. that ship is also just the shape is so unique. The front like grill on it, like
you're right. I
and it
love the
pops,
colors,
yellow
dude.
and maroon. It's like Cavs colors. I mean, both those ships are just sick, and I think it also I got it at Meyer for like
I was there.
yeah, I think I got it for 75, which I think
even
it's
lower
retailed for 120.
I think you got it for like 72
Maybe
or
65.
something.
I think I got it for 65 actually, which
Something
is
like
crazy.
that. You got a
I
really
got it
good
for a
deal on
real
that
good
thing.
deal. Those
That's a
Meyer
good deal.
deals, and I think even at its price though, in the current climate we're in, I think it's fair. I mean, there's like
I
4
put it at
regular
S.
minifigures and an Astromech, so 5 minifigures, and then just those ships are banging. I mean, they look so sick. I kind of want to bring them over, honestly.
Yeah, bring them over, Dave. Oh, let's look at Josh. What do you think, Josh?
I think it's a really cool set, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't really get too much to
Look
Is
at
it
it.
retired? Did you say it's retired? Or not
I
yet?
believe it may be retired. Let's see.
I don't know. I do like the yellow and maroon colors.
I think high A is right, but
I mean, it's just
I'd be good with wherever you guys put
I
it.
just love the profile of it. The blue is just the E-wing and then this one too, man. I mean, just like it's such a cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You can just see this thing like, like like they're just like they're swooshable too. We haven't taken swooshability into account. They're great ships. I don't know.
Swooshability, dude.
Dig the ships, man. They're great starfighters.
I would do high A. I agree with that. I
think I'd put it over the final first back for me.
It is sold out on Lego.com. I believe on Walmart it might still be available. But yeah, I feel like it's kind of that.
I think I've seen them at Targets and Walmarts the last time we went out.
Yeah, so I guess they're slowly retiring that. I got it at high. I'm gonna put it at high A. Okay, Yavin.
I have it. I haven't built it. Like I said, I think it retail for 170, which was a big kind of pricing. I don't think it's worth that. I know, I know you're not too a fan of it. I haven't built it. I think the things I will say for it though, you're paying 170, but you get a handful of minifigures, which I think needs to be said in the current climate with how much Lego values their minifigures. I think there's something has to be said about that. The volume of minifigures you get with only like a $10 increase from the normal like flagship set price. So that has to be said. I really dig that little Y-Wing build in there.
That one.
I wish that's what micro fighters were. You could increase them to like $15 for me, or like even like 16 if they wanted to. And if they were like that, where they're kind of like closer to, they're not minifigure scale, but they're closer, I would be so down with that. I think that Y-Wing thing. To be said, it is very blocky, and the inside is a little barren from what I've seen. There's not a lot of detail on the inside of the base, not a ton of playability for that set, but that's my 2 cents on it.
So where would you put it?
I would go either bottom of B or top of C for me, because I think it's better than, we have the Fang Fighter, and that volume of minifigures you get, I don't think should be taken for granted. I'll look at it to get the exact count, so you guys can talk.
Josh, what do you think? Well, Andy's going looking.
I don't have that set, but I know that it comes with a lot of minifigs, so I'd be okay with the low or high C.
All right,
low B.
I think high C. I think high C should be where it goes. I don't know. I don't think it deserves to be. The build I just can't really get over. Especially that tree build. I'm just not. I think that it's just like.
Yeah,
I think Andy's right. The figs are really, really cool. The build the
Y-Wing
does. The Y-Wing build's sick, but when you just look at that tree build on the right, it's just kind of just like a big black eye on the rest of it.
I don't even think the figures are that great. Did you look up the count? I couldn't.
No, but
just look at. I think because it's a lot. It might be like 10 or 11, which I don't even think any of them are that crazy, but that something has to be said about that. Like if you look at these other sets, like even like we just talked about the E-Wing and the Shin Hati, like that, I mean, that set, I mean, retailed for 120 and that came with like 5. Or even like the gunship retailed for 160 you get like 5 minifigures in that.
12 figures and then
12 figures. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something to be said about just getting
that's
for a $10 increase compared to the gunship. You get more than double the minifigures like that. I don't know. I think there's something to be said about that. But
are you fine with high A Van or high C? Excuse me.
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. The main build is not that impressive. I'll give you that. But
God, I hate this touchpad so much, dude. Next is the advent calendar. Oh my god. Let me just grab the thing. Oh my god. The advent calendar. I don't really remember.
I'd say advent calendars for me are similar to poly bags. They're
they're
kind of mid. Somewhere in C. You get some fun minifigures. The builds I don't even think are worth talking about.
I just
But
put it
good for what they are.
Put it above the poly bag C.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think that's appropriate.
Ooh, and here's the big one.
That's what I was saying. This one is going to cause a lot
of
straight trash.
Anthony,
I say S, and I
agree.
And I would honestly put it at the top of S for me. But we you know what? We don't have time to get into it. We can have a whole thing on this Rex thing. Let me just say, I'll just say in short terms, people are completely overreacting about this. But on that, the only gripe with it that I think more people, if they're going to complain about anything, should be complaining about, getting 2 minifigures in a $650 set is absurd. I don't remember how much the UCS gunship retailed for. Was that also $650?
I think it was like $350 or $400. I want to say
$350. Yeah, but I know some UCS. Like I know the X-wing doesn't come. I know sometimes they do that with the UCS. I always think that's a problem. If you're paying $650, like we just talked about Yavin, and I know it's not even in the same class as Yavin because Yavin's a playset and this is a UCS. But you got 12 minifigures in Yavin. You get 2 in a UCS vendor that's $650. If anything, you should at least get 5. Yeah, you should get 5. Yeah. You should at least get 5.
You get 2 in that microfighter.
But it just said Jabba Sailbar is a perfect example. You get what? That one's $550 or is it $600?
Oh yeah, that's like
you get a crap ton of minifigures in there. I have Mos Eisley Cantina. You get a crap ton. That's the one thing I would say. 2 minifigures is ridiculous. I know they're like one of them's a heavy hitter, which there's a bunch of controversy about. Which, like I said, people are overreacting. The build is beautiful. It's humongous. It looks like a Venator. It's beautiful. That's all I'm saying. So we don't have all day to spend.
Yeah, it's a beautiful build.
I think we could do a whole episode on this, on that controversy, to be honest.
Just let Andy talk. Josh, do you agree with where we'd put it? Do you think it's?
I would agree. I love the Venator build. I do wish it would come with more minifigures, although the Rex is the heavy hitter, despite the controversy.
Yeah, not anymore, I guess. You know, my God.
It's still,
it's still an incredible ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thing about it. When people are bitching about this one minifigure and they have this beautiful, beautiful ship there, it's like, dude, come on. It comes across as a little bit.
Oh yeah, Josh,
pompous.
I agree. It would look so sick. Where I don't even think it fit on a shelf as that big.
I walked into the Lego store one day and they had it right there. I'm like, oh my God. This thing is sick. I think it's like 3.5 feet. I looked up like the dimensions.
It's a little child.
That's huge.
Yeah, exactly. Little infant.
I think it's cool. There's a lot of people who critique it and all that stuff. It's one of those sets that I would personally never get. Let's say I got $650, whatever it costs right now to buy that set. I'm just a bandwagon Star Wars fan. I'd probably just go buy a sail barge, or I'd buy other sets that really I'm not, because I'm not personally not too attached to Rex himself, like all this controversy, and I'm not really attached to the Venator ship itself. So
I think if there's a day where we don't have like a lot of time to film like a full episode, I think we should just do an episode on just this and the controversy, because I think we all have a very
like a quick 30 minutes.
I think we have a kind of a polarizing opinion on it that goes against the grain. I think it would be interesting to talk about it. But
yeah, I agree. Josh and I, and even you, don't care at all about the Rex being in a microfighter, and in fact, we love it because Guess what? I'm
Because
looking
it's
right now.
Captain frickin' Rex, man. You're gonna deny everyone loves him. You're gonna deny you're gonna put him behind a $650 paywall for kids.
Yeah.
And I know the thing is, oh, you can make this one like exclusive. This little Y-wing had been rumored forever, dude. I'm sorry if you didn't hear about that. Like, I'm just saying, everyone that buys this is hardcore fans. That's looking at leaks, looking at stuff like that. If you didn't hear about that Y-wing before, that it was rumored that it would have a Rex, and you were just banking on that this one was going to be unique, I'm sorry, dude. You know, you got to just be a little bit smarter. And it also comes across as very pompous because you have this beautiful ship that you have the money and the opportunity to get that a lot of people can't get, and you're bitching while you have this beautiful ship in front of you. You're bitching about one minifigure.
Well, those are the people that just bought it just to scalp it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people probably
that kind of tells you that they're more money driven than.
So if they care about that,
driven,
yeah, they care about that more than they don't actually care about the product itself. Let's be honest. Yeah, we can talk about that, Van, at some point. I think that'd be a great podcast topic. Then we go down to
the Max.
The Max. Okay, where would you guys? Would you guys just have them Indeed? Anthony would have these Indeed.
Really,
right?
it doesn't even include the worst one because the worst one came out. The
This year.
X-Wing one is the worst one.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, I think the mechs are better off when you're doing like an armored character or a droid, and these are all completely armored characters, so it's like a little bit more acceptable. The mechs are all really at they retail for like $20.
15.
Okay. They're really all either C or low C or D for me. I mean, you get a nice minifigure. I think all of them come with a quality minifigure. But like, especially the Stormtrooper one, like you can get a Stormtrooper on any freaking.
I would put Stormtrooper D, and that's just my opinion.
That would be the lowest.
I'd throw that D.
And then maybe I think Boba Fett is the only one I've had in hand. So maybe I'd put that one the highest for me, and then Vader.
I think Josh, do you agree with this? I mean, it's not really. I think Boba Fett does look good. I think his colors look really good, to be honest, on that mech.
And it's a preference thing. I just don't personally care for the mechs. If you like the mechs,
my dad loves them.
Seems like a fair price and a solid line, but
my dad loves them, dude.
Overdone right now, dude.
And the rumor that you will talk next podcast episode because we'll do 2024s, but Luke's X-Wing will probably be D at least. I'd say D, honestly, because it's still. But my dad loves them, and I think the new rumor for the mech this year is Darth Maul, which I think could be really sick, to be honest. If they have his double-sided lightsaber, I think that could be really neat looking. I know Annie's,
we'll see.
Yeah, well,
it's gonna look a little goofy when it's just like the normal Darth Maul head peeking out of this like.
Yeah, we're talking about mechs right now, but
pretty goofy.
I think it's cool. All right, well, we're looking at half of this Chewbacca.
Isn't the face on this one like really like?
Yeah, they put it on it because it's creepy.
Weird.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe D for me.
I'd put it.
I don't
D.
really have much opinion on it.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't get it. I'd throw it in D. Yeah. Chewbacca's a minifigure you can get.
You say D, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Chewbacca's a minifigure you can get.
And the face just looks pretty goofy.
Face is kind of like horrifying a little bit. Like I think like the eyes are kind of like weird. Like the mouth is like it doesn't show it in that photo, but
he's like I don't know. Yeah, he's creepy.
Got like a grimace on his face.
Now
this
is one of those sets.
I don't know.
This is one of my sets my dad would just love to buy. Let's be brutally honest. Like he would buy that in a heartbeat, and I'd just be like, dude, I don't want that looking at me on the shelf. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I think if you just cut off his head like it is the photo right now, then it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, maybe if they redid the head, like the bandolier and stuff looks good.
Yeah, but other than that, could care less about this, and they'll not be. I get the buildable C-3PO over that. That's just my opinion because it just matched the big R2D2. Okay, and then these I'm not even gonna do because these don't even apply to us. These like poly bag things, these like foil bags.
Yeah,
I guess I would. Yeah, if I had to rank, I'd probably put the minifigure ones ahead of the buildable. I'm a minifigure guy, but no.
We won't do those, but
European.
Yeah, don't have much to say about them.
Yeah,
those are only in Europe, right? Those.
Yeah, those are
Yeah, I
Europe.
think so.
Yeah, those are Europe. And then
Are they
what
Asia too?
happens-
Do we know?
Pardon?
Is it like everywhere but us, or is
Yes, it's literally everywhere but
Right.
us, I believe.
it? Okay.
Wait, why
I
is
think
it?
I think everywhere but North America. So like we don't Canada doesn't get it either. But
Do you know how
I
much
don't know
they
what it is.
retail for in like USD? Are they like 10, 8,
You can probably get them for like
5? If they're
I
5,
mean,
that's
let's look at M&R store.
Honestly, maybe they're 5. I mean, they sell collectible minifigures for $5.
because
Yeah.
what happens is these guys go overseas. They reach out to these guys overseas, and they just say, okay, let's buy a bunch of these foil packs or these foil packs bulk and bring them over, and then they'll sell them on Whatnot for a way jacked up rate online. So the Darth Maul foil pack, $12. Sabine Wren,
But that's
10.
like a markup. I'm more
Yeah.
curious, like what, like if I
Eh.
went to Europe, if I'm in like walking around England and I pop in a Lego store, what am I paying? Like,
That's a good
obviously they
question.
use different currency, but like, what is the
Yeah.
conversion rate?
$7 for a couple of these, like these shock troopers. So it's probably
Oh well,
cheap.
and if that's a mark, yeah, it's
That's
probably real cheap then.
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
deal.
$9.
I kind of
for
wish we
Final
had those.
Fest-
That'd be cool.
Yeah, $9 for Mandalorian Warrior.
It's like I see that
I
I see
got one of
that
those.
I see Bo-Katan down there. I think that's not
Mhm.
the same one from that set, but then I
I
see
think I got one of those. Didn't my dad? I think my dad bought one of them. Where is that?
But that would be cool. I mean, you could army
He
build
bought it- yeah,
12.
He bought
I
one at Brick
mean-
Convention. He's like, "What is in it?" I'm like, "Why'd
There's
you
that
buy
scout
it?"
trooper.
I was just kind of chuckling. I was like, "What are you? Why'd you buy it if you didn't even know what it is?" But that's our rankings right here. I think we did a
Are
good
we doing
job,
that
guys.
3-in-1 on the end
Yeah.
there?
You want to do these
Oh,
yeah.
3-in-1s? It's like
Well, there's
the
just
Hawk.
that one. I think.
This is a
what
2-in-1
is-
right here.
Oh, 2-in-1. Yeah, those sets are solid. I mean, one's the battle pack, right? It's like the Hoth battle pack.
Yeah, and then
there's
one's
that,
just
like
the
the
chicken
walker.
Yeah, and then the
I don't know.
other-
Those are both probably battle pack. I guess I would say low, maybe low A.
Well,
that
the battle
battle pack,
pack,
I mean, you get
that battle pack came out in 2022. But
Oh,
it-
okay.
the
I see.
the
chicken
two and
walker.
both those sets actually came out in 2022. But in 2023, they just
They 2-in-1 them. Okay.
yeah they 2-in-1 them just to get them off
All right,
shelves.
yeah, we
in
don't
time.
have to
Yeah,
rank
we
them
don't
then.
have to. I thought we did a good job, guys.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, that's
This
pretty
looks
solid job.
pretty good to me. Wouldn't be too upset with it.
Another day, another episode of us just going through and just ranking these. And next week, should we do 2024?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
good for it. It seems like
We could.
we take
Oh,
a
yeah.
year. A year takes us plenty of time. So
Yeah, I'm
year of
gonna
Lego.
see what the 2024 I think is a lot more, in my opinion, a lot more. Is this thing just straight up garbage or is this thing good? And that's just my opinion. I'm gonna be brutally honest. I mean, I'm looking at
it's more polarizing.
and especially with the new more prices. I mean, the droid pack. Remember that Target? I mean, that thing.
Oh.
And even the skiff with $80. That's really interesting to see what you got. I mean, what we kind of land on for that with that price in mind. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but
Yeah, that price.
let's play some music out of here and wrap it up here. Is this the song I first played? Yeah, it is. All right,
Am
there
I
we go.
good to leave the studio now? You know.
No. You don't. Come on. You don't vibe out, Manny. Come on, dude. That was a great episode.
It was a good episode.
Is Emily listening, Josh? Does she want to say hi while we're still recording?
Yeah, she's over here.
Emily, do you
say
want to
hi?
be on the? You want to be on the
You
outro?
wanna say hi?
You want to say hi to all the viewers?
The pot.
She's saying like, what is she
All
saying?
the viewers is crazy.
Yeah, we're live. We have like 1,000 viewers.
Well, we had like 50 last week, so I mean we're getting there. Emily, she's on the podcast officially. What did she say?
Oh, you are?
no.
Oh.
We're still recording,
Yes,
dude.
we're done recording.
And Anthony, he's bumping right there. All right, guys. Well, the 50 of you who may watch, it might be even lower. And there's probably some people who listened to last week's and watched last week's and like, oh, this is crap. So we're gonna maybe lose some viewers. But you know what? We got some comments. Shout out to you guys. We got 2 comments. So Really
Oh, yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, Josh, somebody said like calling the tier list straight trash. The bottom tier is hilarious. And then the other one just said good. Other person said good
You should
podcast.
change it
So.
to rubbish.
Yeah, right, we should change. Yeah, rubbish.
Dreadful.
Oh my god.
yeah. Westbrook for 3. Oh my god.
Yeah, we should just call it Westbrook. But that will do it for this week's episode of the GrunkBricks podcast. And Anthony, I actually sent, and I'll link it in this podcast. I have a Discord. I made a Discord.
I feel bad about using Discord.
Yeah,
I made the GrunkBricks Discord. Josh joined it. It's just Josh and I right now. So hopefully some other people join. We can just talk some shop. I think that'd be cool if we get like a good following. We hit 500 subscribers.
Oh no!
The YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're at 504 right now. So pretty awesome.
Road to 1,000, dude.
Well, yeah, road to 1,000. One step closer to monetization, dude. I'm super excited. Yeah, with the music playing, right, Manny?
Some good outro music.
Look at that, dude.
No, it's not even bad music. I don't think we need music. No, I don't.
All right. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.